Bird coming in, at least this is someone that has been positive on Caitlin at times. And I think the issue with Sue Bird, though, is she has her hand kind of in so many things. And between with her podcast, where she tries to advocate for the players, but she's also an owner in the league. And now she's got the Team USA thing, and she's got all these connections and relationships she has to maintain. But at the end of the day, if it comes down to someone that went to UConn and someone that did not go to UConn, the UConn Mafia is going to stick together until proven up.
Let's be brutally honest. Team USA just created the single most avoidable, self-inflicted disaster in women's basketball history. And it's a train wreck you literally can't look away from. Caitlin Clark, without question the biggest and most influential name in the sport today, has reportedly drawn a firm line in the sand, telling officials she would walk away from Team USA if they force her to give up her iconic number 22. Behind the scenes, legendary Sue Bird is reportedly in full panic mode, scrambling to clean up this colossal mess, but the damage might already be permanent. This controversy is snowballing by the hour, and the fallout could reshape women's basketball forever. Now, drop a comment and let me know, would you walk away from the honor of representing your country over a jersey number, or is Caitlin overreacting? Team USA is insisting that Caitlin Clark change her famous number 22 to something else, and honestly, this is a level of spectacular self-sabotage rarely seen in professional sports. They took the one player who has single-handedly brought millions of new fans to women's basketball, whose name recognition dwarfs most of the league, and told her she couldn't wear the number that has defined her entire record-breaking career. Then, in a moment of stunning cluelessness, they act shocked when she essentially says, "Fine, then I'm out." Multiple credible reports reveal that during preparations for the December training camp, officials brazenly told Caitlin she couldn't wear the number she's worn since she was 5 years old, the number fans around the world instantly recognize as hers. The number as iconic to her personal brand as 23 is to Michael Jordan. Caitlin's response was crystal clear. If she can't wear her number, she's not showing up, period. Meanwhile, Sue Bird, Team USA's managing director, is reportedly losing sleep, making frantic calls, and trying to figure out how this spiraled so completely out of control. And she should be panicked. This isn't some minor administrative error or simple scheduling issue. This is a 5-alarm crisis that makes the organization look either stunningly incompetent or, worse, deliberately disrespectful. And honestly, neither is acceptable when you're supposed to be the premier women's basketball program in the world.
We haven't even made it to training camp yet. We have not even made it to the December 12th Women's USA Basketball training camp yet, and they are already disrespectful.
Now, here's the part that makes this whole story completely mind-boggling. Caitlin Clark's number 22? It wasn't even taken. Nobody at the training camp was wearing it. It was sitting there, completely available, waiting for its rightful owner. Think about that. Team USA didn't need to force her to change numbers to resolve a conflict or honor a veteran. They had a choice, and they deliberately manufactured a problem out of thin air. That's what transforms this from a simple logistics issue into something that looks, feels, and probably was a calculated power play. It feels like a move designed to put Caitlin in her place. And fans, media, and the public are absolutely furious. The timing couldn't be worse. This controversy erupted just days before Team USA's crucial training camp in North Carolina, set to start December 12th. This camp was meant to celebrate rising superstars like Paige Balkierce and Juju Watkins, a showcase of the next generation of American basketball talent. Instead, thanks to one baffling decision, it became the stage for one of the strangest, most unnecessary controversies in recent sports history. All because someone decided Caitlin Clark, the most recognizable player in women's basketball, needed to have her identity stripped for no reason. Let's be clear, Caitlin Clark's number 22 is the most iconic number in women's sports right now. No debate, no argument. Casual fans, diehards, media, everyone knows that number belongs to her. It represents her insane deep-range shooting, her world-class court vision, her competitive fire that refuses to quit. For millions, it isn't just digits on a jersey. It's her brand, her identity, her legacy. and Team USA decided she should wear 17 instead, a number with zero meaning, zero history, zero connection to what she's built. This wasn't about logistics. It was about control. It was a message. No matter how big you get, we make the rules. Caitlin's response: a clear, undeniable countermessage. You can make the rules without me. And here's what makes it even more insulting. This isn't happening in a vacuum. Not long ago, Caitlin was shockingly left off the Olympic roster, despite being the biggest name in women's basketball. Combine that snub with this forced number change, and it starts to look like a calculated attempt to minimize her influence. Fans see the pattern, and it's ugly. She's bigger than the program. She's bigger than the league. And organizations don't always handle that shift well. Now, Sue Bird is caught in the middle. As managing director, she handpicked this roster, but instead of focusing on basketball, she's stuck managing a PR nightmare her organization created. Sources say she's swinging between frustration and panic, trying desperately to fix something that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Here's the brutal truth. Caitlin Clark holds all the power. She doesn't need Team USA to validate her career. She shattered records at Iowa, transformed the WNBA's visibility, brought in new sponsors, and captured the attention of millions. She is doing Team USA a favor by showing up. And the proof? The official training camp roster lists her as number 17. Nobody else is wearing 22. It was hers for the taking. They just chose not to give it to her. They chose the fight. They created the controversy. And now they're paying the price. This controversy also exposes a bigger issue: systemic undervaluation of women's sports. WNBA athletes have fought for decades for respect, pay, and recognition. Forcing the most iconic player of her generation to compromise her identity reinforces exactly what they've been battling against. Some argue other stars were 22, like A.A. Wilson or Cameron Brink. But historically, these situations are resolved professionally between players, without heavy-handed intervention. Team USA preemptively manufactured a conflict, insulted their biggest star, and now looks incompetent or disrespectful. Caitlin's position is clear. She has nothing to prove. She doesn't need this program more than the program needs her. If Team USA wants her back, they must do more than just change a number. They need to acknowledge the mistake, publicly and unequivocally, and prove they value her contributions. This is part of a broader cultural shift in sports. Players now have leverage, personal brands, and massive influence. Caitlin walking away would send a seismic message. You don't have to accept disrespect, even from institutions that think they're untouchable. What happens next is uncertain. Sue Bird could reverse the number decision and make guarantees of respect. Or Caitlin could stand firm, skip camp, and force USA basketball to confront just how much they need her. Either way, the damage is done. Compare it to legends. Nobody asked Wayne Gretzky to change 99. Nobody forced Michael Jordan to give up 23. Those numbers became inseparable from the athlete. Caitlin's 22 is the same. Asking her to change it is asking her to compromise her identity. And she's making it crystal clear that is not happening. Team USA created a completely avoidable disaster. Caitlin holds all the leverage. This situation is far from over. Now I want to hear from you. What should Caitlin do next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit that like and subscribe for more updates on this explosive